Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Just coming to you today from Upper Michigan, a little town of Seney, kind of in the middle of Upper Peninsula. You can see the town of Seney there. We've got a single cell tower. We've got 3 carriers on it. And we're going to do some testing today. So it's been a while since we've been on the channel. I apologize. We've been very busy. But I wanted to bring you this video today. We're on vacation. My wife's family is from up here. This tower has very old Verizon panels at the top, radios at the bottom, T-Mobile in the middle, and AT&T below that. Shooting from the Pixel 7 Pro today, so not as good of a zoom. We'll get a closer look at that from the shelter point of view as well. But to the speed testing now. We've got Verizon on the iPhone 14, band 13 only. We've got AT&T on the S23 Ultra. We've got N5. We've got pretty much their whole array of frequencies here. 10 megahertz to 66 I'm seeing. There's more. And then we've got T-Mobile, which is LTE only here. I think I've noticed band 12 and band 71 here. Nothing great, but LTE only. I'm dealing with some bright sunshine here. It is, for a little town of 50 homes or whatever it is, it's about as busy as it gets. There is currently only DSL in this town, so we have a lot of people doing hotspot. So there we go. Verizon has never been great here. They haven't been upgraded in years and years. 3.15 down, 1.78 up. The ping times are just awful. Verizon certainly has the most users on their tower up here in the middle of nowhere. AT&T much better. Latency's still high. I have seen some faster speed tests than that. We'll run each one another time. T-Mobile for LTE only, and T-Mobile's also wirelessly backhauling in here while the other two have fiber, and they still have the best latency, which is interesting. We'll run each test again. So while these are testing, we do have a couple videos we're working on. I have one coming up here to test the new Moto Edge Plus 2023 on Dish. We'll be bringing a video from 6 or 8 Dish sites there in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. And on this trip, I've run all 3 phones, well 4 technically, where there was Dish stuff. I've speed tested back to back on all the carriers, on all the phones, on the entire trip, through Pennsylvania, through Ohio, into Michigan, and into Upper Michigan, testing the whole way. And we're gonna put those results all in a spreadsheet, and we're going to dive into them on another video and bring you some of those numbers. So a little better on T-Mobile, 10 by 5, 149 by 30, and Verizon is still quite bad. All right, let's go over to the tower and take a look at the tower. Okay, we're back shooting the rest of the video on the S23 Ultra for its better cameras. Typical multi-tower setup here. American Tower, Peninsula Fiber Networks has their fiber up here, which is feeding all the carriers except for T-Mobile, which is backhauling to this tower wirelessly. So we've got AT&T. Well, that backhaul is T-Mobile's backhaul. It's the lowest on the tower. And then we've got AT&T, and then T-Mobile and Verizon at the top. What's interesting about this site is that I believe all the carriers, well, T-Mobile, I think all the carriers have their RRUs or ODUs, whatever you want to call them, at the bottom. I'm assuming it's for structural reasons. So everybody's got a generator here. What's interesting is this generator is brand new and much larger and has an American Tower sticker on it. That wasn't here a year ago. I don't know if American Tower is going to make the other guys take theirs out and switch. But so we've got that generator. We've got this generator, which was Verizon's. We've got this generator, which is T-Mobile's. And in the back here, we have a generator that is AT&T's. So all the carriers have generators here, which is good to see. So I don't know why American Tower has their own new generator here, other than unless maybe they're going to make everybody switch and take them all out. I don't know. This config is pretty new for everybody. Oh, there's a empty meter. I'm not sure. This config is new for T-Mobile and AT&T. This was a legacy AT&T site. I remember a couple years ago, well, 10 years, 12 years ago, when I first met my wife up here, I got her a phone on AT&T, and there was only HSPA here. So it's AT&T's been here a little while, but the setup that's here is new. T-Mobile's brand new. They actually start with a satellite backhaul here. So why don't we start with T-Mobile? We've got all the typical T-Mobile stuff here. A little bit of messy cable management job there. Single hybrid cable that goes up the tower. DC fiber. See if I can do this without getting hornets after me. Last year there were hornets here. So we've got there. Yeah, everything is mounted down low here. So you can just take a look at that. T-Mobile, 4G, 5G, N600, which doesn't seem to be turned up. At least I'm only getting 4G only, which is kind of interesting. All their ray caps, T-Mobile alarm, all kind of fun stuff here, but very, very typical. It is not the new upgraded cabinet, twin cabinet setup that you would normally see on a site that's been upgraded to N41. It's a cabinet like they rolled out when they did 600 megahertz, which T-Mobile came through most of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan a couple of years ago with 600 megahertz and added these sites, and they were all new sites. T-Mobile never existed on any of them before. Some of them they've been back through an upgrade to N41 now. Some of them they haven't. Some of them are still satellite backhauled, which makes no sense to me because all of these sites have fiber from Peninsula Fiber Networks. This is a new shelter here, and it's unlocked. So this would normally be where they would put their fiber handoff from PFN, and it's obviously empty. They clearly don't have fiber here. They're wirelessly backhauling. So I don't know if they're going to get fiber here at some point, but this is a very typical 600 megahertz config that they did a couple years ago. Cute little propane generator here, which is good to see. Not all T-Mobile sites have that. See if I can see the tower a little better here. So yeah, you can see it a little better. So does T-Mobile have radios up there, or don't they? I can't quite tell. But I'm thinking due to loading capacity is why Verizon and AT&T have all theirs down. So obviously Verizon's in this nifty little building here. It's in the north. It gets super cold. It's unusual to see Verizon in a metal building like this, but nonetheless, they've been here. This building goes all the way back to the Alltel days when Verizon acquired Alltel throughout Upper Michigan. So that's Verizon for you today. And now AT&T's site here is very interesting. They have more cabinets than you can shake a stick at. I don't even know what they all are, but cabinet 1, cabinet 2, what does this say? Installed by MNS 5/4/2021. So there you go. I said it was pretty new. There's the site number. Just breakout boxes there. But then here are these big Nokia radio units. Give you a close-up. Negative 48 volt DC in. This is the alpha, beta, gamma, tri-band. It says here all the connectors. fancy expensive stuff. All pretty new. And then we'll go around this side. This is their power stuff. These are like their legacy cabinets, like back to the HSPA days, and they may have had LTE out of these. I don't remember for sure. I don't know if they're still running today or not. But here's more Nokia radio units, 3 and 3. So we've got Alpha, so you got 2100 megahertz there, AWS, kind of similar style. These suckers are huge. It's, you know, unless you're a tower climber, you don't realize just how big these radio units are. Beta, 21 megahertz LTE, and Gamma, 2100 megahertz. And then these Nokia radios down here also turned on. So they've got 3 sets of them here. I'm not exactly sure what these bottom ones are. They're not labeled. Get you a close up look at each one of those over there. But they're all 9 of them are Nokia. All the breakout boxes. So sometimes you see videos of towers, pictures of towers, and it looks like it's a real mess up there. Well, here you can get an idea just of the sheer number of feed lines there are. Each one of these radios, you know, with 3 power, and then 2 fibers to each one. And then up here, you can see this is a little bit unique in all the conversion over to coax, and then they run these feed lines up the tower in coax form and have just simply dumb sectors up there, I'm assuming. So a little bit unique. Let's see if we can take another look at the sectors from here. See if I can see those T-Mobile radios. Are they up there or aren't they? I just can't quite tell. So again, Seney, Michigan, middle of rural Upper Peninsula. American tower site with fiber, with AT&T, with Verizon, with T-Mobile. 4 generators here. Good stuff. I mean, these things, you just put the palm of my hand up here. I mean, these things are just massive. Absolutely massive. A lot of weight up there, which is, you know, why I'm assuming these things are mounted down here instead of up top. Again, just a cluster of cables here, converting all of this over to coax to run up the tower. Very busy site. There's Verizon's. This is an LTE band 13 only site for Verizon. They have not even run their typical new hybrid cable up like they did when they went to LTE. All that is here is their 12 coax, 3 sectors, or 3 arrays, 4 sectors each. So a lot of coax going up there. And then T-Mobile running a single hybrid cable up. You can see it going up there with, actually, they have a second fiber cable beside it there for their backhaul dish going up there as well. And then the state used to have that old dish right below T-Mobile's big 6-footer. Is not active anymore, so the state's no longer there. All right, that'll do it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll try to reply. Any other videos you'd like to see, comment on that as well. Like, share, subscribe for more videos like these, and happy speed testing. We're back. I'm about a half mile away from the tower now. I thought maybe we may have been too heavy in the shadow of the tower, or what is also known as the umbrella effect. And that does indeed seem to be the case. So moving back away from the tower half mile or so is giving much better speed test results. So I just thought I'd show you those as well. T-Mobile, I don't know why it goes all the way to Pittsburgh. It's got numerous closer servers, but that one has got the best latency by far. 23 down, 10 up, 5 megahertz of band 12 and 5 megahertz of band 71 LTE only. 49 milliseconds and loaded ping, not great. AT&T, the best by far, 234 down, 46 up. I was hotspotting while working on AT&T all day today, and I could testify that their latency wasn't great. This particular test seems worse than some, though. Obviously not great. And Verizon, this is just normal for them. It's one of the better speed tests I've seen all day on Verizon, but their latency is always just bad. But they've got 10 megahertz of band 13. That's all they've got up here. So I thought I'd bring you that and just demonstrate the umbrella effect of being too close to a tower. Happy speed testing.